class. Good afternoon, everyone, especially to those who just joined in the lesson. All right, I'm going to ask you again. Do you all have this textbook with you?
Yes, teacher.
Very good. Okay, there are many, not that many. I think there are 4 plays in the book, but we will only learn one of them today. Okay, before we start with the play, I will give you a simple explanation about the plays. Right. I just want to check. Can you see me changing my slides?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. I just want to know that it works fine. All right, we are going to read plays, but before that, what is play? What is a play? The word play that you know is usually main, bermain. Okay, you just play around like that. But when we talk about play in arts or entertainment, hiburan, okay, play means drama. Usually you watch play on stage. You don't watch play on TV. Yeah, maybe if they record the play, you can watch it on TV, but basically it must be acted out on stage. Okay, atas pentas. Right. It is essentially a story that is meant to be acted out in front of an audience. This is what I said. It must be acted out on stage. So when we act on stage, there must be audience, ada penonton. It can be in prose or poetry, but it is meant to be heard and seen and will have to be staged in a theatre to be enjoyed. So usually they perform play in a theatre, okay, sometimes in the form of prose or poetry. This is like poems, okay. The elements of a play are quite similar to a short story. So more or less, it's like you are reading a short story, but it's a play. A play is like a short story. It is not like a novel because novel is very long. So we can call it drama and all, but a play usually is very, very short because we don't expect the audience to stay for too long, okay, in the theatre. Okay, these are some of the elements. We have setting. Usually, if you watch play on stage, you can see the setting from the background, the props. You can know when is the time, the place. Okay, and then the characters, what kind of characters. You can look at their costumes. Usually, they wear costumes, so you can know what kind of characters they play. The plot is more or less like the short story just now, and every short story and every play, they have plot, themes, and moral values that you can learn from it. These are like the short story, but in addition to that, we also have audience. So the actors or actresses must be talking to the audience. And then we have stagecraft, we have props. Okay, stagecraft like props, costumes. Props are all the things on the stage, like the table, the backdrop, the curtains. We call them props. And last one, language and style. It must be like a script. We call it a playwright. Okay, we call it a playwright. It's like a script, dialogue. Okay, the story that you are going to read is this one, A Night Out. Right, now you take out your textbook and turn to the text, A Night Out. What page is it? I don't have the textbook. I only have the soft copy of the textbook. But I think it's in, where is it?
20,
22, is it?
23, teacher.
Yes, but it starts with 22 because we have to read the introduction first. Okay, now let's read the introduction. Oh, wait. Let me see my slide first. Is there anything else? Okay. Let's go to the textbook, page 22. Don't read page 23 yet. We go to page 22 first. Today we are going to do literature, so you don't have to feel stressed out, but I want to hear your voices. There are many of you here. There are many characters and there are many scenes. So let's shine your talent. Can you do that? You can read the dialogue, right? It's just a dialogue. But you must read it with correct intonation. Okay, look at introduction first. Okay, if you have the textbook, you just look at page 22. Once every 10 weeks, office worker, the name is Chandler, dresses like a man with $1 million, goes to one of the best restaurants in New York and eats the most expensive food. Okay, so this man, Chandler, he is not rich. Okay, dia tak kaya. He is just an office worker. Dia kerja pejabat. But once every 10 weeks, okay, setiap 10 minggu sekali dia akan dress like a man with $1 million. So he will dress up like a rich guy and then go to the finest or the most expensive restaurants in New York, eat the most expensive food. And then one evening, he meets a girl. Okay, so these are the characters. You will be Chandler, an office worker, or Marian, a pretty young girl, Cici, Marion's sister, Mary, a servant, Jeff White, an office worker, Mrs. Black, whose house Chandler and White live in. Okay, that means Chandler and his friend White here, they are renting. Dia duduk rumah sewa. Okay, and the landlady is Mrs. Black, tuan rumah. There's a waiter and 4 other people in the restaurant. Okay, these are the characters in the play. If you watch this on stage, these are the people that they need on stage. Alright, so there are 4 scenes. After this, you will see the first one is the doorway of a house. Doorway is laluan dekat rumah. A street corner in New York. Restaurant with 3 tables and 6 chairs. 2 chairs at each table. Marion's bedroom with a bed and other bedroom furniture. You will need coffee, cups, plates, some food and some wine for the other people in the restaurant. Okay, like last year's, usually I will ask my students to perform this in class so we have all the proper props. But we cannot have a proper props. It's okay. All right, before we start with the text, I would like to highlight these things for you. All right, setting. We have 3 types of setting. The first one is time setting. This story does not happen right now. Okay, dia tak berlaku sekarang. Not at this age. Bukan zaman sekarang. It is in the early 90s and takes place in one evening. All right, so just imagine this is a modern New York, but this story is not in modern New York. All right. This is a long time ago. They just changed the picture actually. Okay. And then the physical setting that you see just now in the scenes. Okay, there are 4 scenes. So when you watch a play, from one scene to another scene, they will stop for a while. They can stop for what? To change the props, to change the setting, background. Okay, backdrop and all. And last one, okay, this is very important. Before we start reading, you need to understand that a long time ago, zaman dulu-dulu, they have a very clear distinction between working class and upper class. Orang miskin jauh sangat beza dengan orang atasan. Upper class means orang kaya lah. Okay, working class means orang biasa yang bekerja. That means the working class, they don't like the upper class, they don't like to be friends with the working class because they are rich. They don't want to be friends with the poor. So this story highlight these 2 things, the difference between the working class and upper class. Okay, we have seen the characters. All right, the first part, who wants to be Chandler in first scene? Come on, volunteers. Okay, Shamin ada, Alia ada. Okay, you choose who you wants to be, Shamin. We have the first scene, we have Chandler and White only. Actually, two only. Teacher check though. Okay, Chandler. Alright, yes. There's another one, Mrs. Black. Who wants to be Mrs. Black? Okay, Alia will be, Shami will be Chandler. Alia will be White. Who else wants to be Mrs. Black? It's a very short one. If you are scared, you take Mrs. Black. Mrs. Black dia cakap sikit je. Before I give you the other characters yang cakap banyak-banyak tu.
Teacher, so yang mana satu?
Alia, you take White. White. White is Alia. Chandler is the first one just now. Shamin. Shamin. Okay, Adri, you take Mrs. Black. Mrs. Black sikit je dia punya dialog dia. Okay, but make sure you must read with intonation macam berlakon betul-betul Remember Chandler and White, they are office workers and they are friends. They duduk rumah sewa yang sama. They rent the same house. Okay. The doorway of the house where Chandler has a room, he is dressed in his best clothes ready for his evenings out. So Chandler, okay, Shamin, you are going out, Okay, and suddenly White comes in. All right, start. Okay.
Where are you going? What are you doing this evening, Towers?
Tonight, I'm going to live like a man with $1 million.
Oh, be more assertive, Shamin. You bangga ni, you happy nak keluar ni, nak pergi restoran mahal. Okay?
Tonight, I'm going to live like a man. Sorry. Tonight, I'm going to live like a man with $1 million.
Okay, continue.
What are you talking about? You haven't got $1 million.
How much money are you and I paid each week, Jeff?
$1 million? Why?
And how much of that $18 do you spend each week?
All of it, of course.
Well, I don't. Each week, I save $1 out of my 18. Then every 10 weeks, I can buy myself an evening to remember.
What do you do?
I put on my fitness clothes.
Minus.
I put on my finest clothes, go to one of the best restaurants in New York, eat the most expensive food on the menu, drink the best coffee, then take a taxi home.
Yeah?
Why?
Why? Because it made me feel wonderful to sit with some of the richest people in America and to make them think that I'm rich too.
You're crazy.
Perhaps I am.
Okay, Mrs. Black comes in. Where's Adri? Adri, you are Mrs. Black, right? Okay, anyone else can be Mrs. Black? Afza, are you here, Afza? Afza, Akila, not here. Can I have someone to be Mrs. Black? Or Zulaika? Zulaika? Okay, thank you, Zulaika.
Mr. Chandler, I wanted to see you.
Good evening, Mrs. Black. What a lovely evening.
Lovely evening, perhaps, but you haven't paid me for your room this month. When am I going to get the money?
Soon, Mrs. Black. Very soon.
Mrs. Black looks at Chandler's clothes.
You can spend money.
Oh, sorry.
You can spend money on expensive clothes, but you can pay for your room. Is that right?
Good night, Mrs. Black.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, for the first scene, you only see, you can see the character of Chandler. He is very thrifty. Thrifty means he knows how to save money. Dia berjimat cermat, dia simpan duit. So he is paid $18 each week. Okay, seminggu dia dapat $18 gaji dia, his salary. And he will save $1 every week. So every 10 weeks, he has enough money to go to the most expensive restaurant to enjoy himself. Maybe that's how he rewards himself, right? You know, when some people, they work so hard, they just want to buy something that can make them happy. But when White asked him why, he said that he wants to sit with the richest people in America, and he wants to feel that he is rich too, even though he is not. He's poor, but he believes that he deserves to live like the rich at least once in a while. And Mrs. Black is angry at him because he could afford expensive clothes. Okay, dia boleh bayar baju yang mahal to go to expensive restaurant, but he had not paid for his rental yet. Okay, dia tak bayar lagi duit sewa. Right, I'll say. Okay, so this is the night. Who wants to be Chandler? Other people, please. And Marian. There are only 2 people in this scene, and it's very short. Come on. Come on. You do this just for fun. Who's that? Liza. Okay, Liza. Who do you want to be? Ain Shaira just now. Okay, Ain. Betul Ain eh? Okay, Ain Shahira just now. Alia, you okay?
Okay, sorry, teacher.
It's okay. Okay, so we have Liza and Ain eh? Ain Shaira. Okay, Liza, who do you want to be?
I want to be Chandler.
Chandler. Okay, so you must sound like a guy eh? Dia macam a gentleman sikit. And Ain Shaira, can you be Marian? Ain?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you be Marian. Marian is a weak girl, okay? Okay, I will read the introduction. A street in New York. Chandler is walking along the street when a girl, Marian, comes round the corner. Okay, so he is walking and suddenly there's a girl. The girl is wearing an old hat and a cheap-looking coat. So she is like a very poor girl. She is moving quickly, walks into Chandler and falls down. Wow, this is like a movie. Okay, ada awet jatuh sebelah dia terlanggar. Okay, suddenly like that. You just imagine the scene. Right, start now, Marian.
Oh.
Lembut lagi. Like you have to, like that. Marian kan, terlanggar. Okay? Ain? Okay, one more time.
Oh.
Okay then. Boleh lah. Another one. Liza, continue.
Oh dear.
Chandler helps her to get up. She has hurt her foot.
My foot.
Okay.
My foot.
Hurt. I've hurt.
I hit my foot.
Foot.
I hit my foot.
Thank you. All right.
Can you walk? I think I can.
She tries to walk, but her foot hurts too much.
Oh, perhaps.
I will call a taxi to take you home.
No, please. I will be alright in a minute.
Very good, Ain. Okay, continue. Chandler looks at her carefully for the first time and likes what he sees. Oh, so she's a beautiful girl. Okay. Chandler?
Your food needs a longer rest, I think.
Marian?
Perhaps you are right.
I was on my way to eat by myself. Why don't you come with me? We will have a dinner together, and by then your food will carry you home very nicely.
But we don't know each other.
I am Towers Chandler. Now that you know my name, come and have a dinner. Then I will say goodbye or take you home if you prefer.
But my clothes, they aren't.
They aren't?
They
Okay.
ain't.
I'm sure that you look prettier in them than anyone we shall see in the most expensive restaurants.
Well, my foot does hurt. All right, Miss Chil, Miss Chidlin, I, I will come. You can call me Miss Mariam.
Marian. Mariam ni nama kita. Okay, thank you. Ain and Liza, you guys take a very you guys are very suitable with the characters because Liza's voice is suitable for Chandler and Ain's voice is suitable for Marian. Dia lemah kan, dia boleh lepas jatuh and all. Okay, so in this scene, it's like in a movie, but remember that Marian looks like a poor girl. Okay, but Chandler, he dressed up so he looks like a rich guy. So just now, we have seen about the upper class and working class people, right? So you can see the difference between Chandler and Marian. That's why Marian doesn't want to go because, oh, my clothes. Okay, she's wearing old hats and ugly coats. Okay, but Chandler doesn't mind. All right, next scene 3. Who wants to be Chandler and who wants to be Marian? Anyone? Who else here? Marian and Chandler only. It's a very short one. Okay, Alia wants to do it one more time. Other people? Safia, Alia ada. We have Alia. Another one is Safia. Safia, are you here?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. All right. You choose one, Alia. Who do you want to be? Chandler or Marian?
Chandler.
Okay, Safia, you become Marian, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'll read this part. Chandler and Marian are sitting at a restaurant table. So this is scene 3. Imagine that you are in a restaurant. A waiter is giving them coffee. There are 2 other tables near them. The people sitting at them are dressed expensively and are talking quietly while eating. So they are among the upper class people. They are among the rich people. Okay, start, Safia.
It was a very good dinner. Thank you, Miss Chandler. Tell me, what do you do?
I ride my horses, go dancing, travel to Europe, and then there's my boat.
Haven't you got any work to do? Something more interesting?
My dear Miss Marian, there's no time for work. Think of dressing every day for dinner and of calling at the houses of 6 or 7 friends every afternoon or evening.
Yes, well,
Oh yes, we do nothings are the hardest worker in the country.
I see. Well, thank you for a nice time. I must go home now. My foot is much better. I can walk home. There's no need for you to come with me.
Oh well, goodbye, Miss Marian.
She gets up from the table and walks away. Chandler watches her sadly.
What a wonderful girl. A shop girl, perhaps? Why didn't I tell her the truth story of my life? Perhaps then, well, it's too late now. Oh, how stupid I am.
Very good. Alia read it very nicely because as you can hear from her voice, she's very boastful. That's how Chandler is. He is very boastful, the blagak, very arrogant. Okay, see, I don't work. I ride horses. I go where boat and I do nothing. Dia very very arrogant, sangat belagak. Okay, dia nak cakap he is rich and he doesn't have to work. Okay, and as you can see, okay, thank you Safia. Marian, she is very sad and she didn't say anything after that. She just said, yes, well, have you got any work to do? Okay, something more well interesting. So you see here, based on this sentence, Marian think that people who don't work, rich people who don't work, they are not interesting. Orang kaya ni bosan hidup dia because they don't work, they don't have anything interesting. That's why she is so sad. And then she just want to go home. But at the end of this scene 3, you can see that Chandler regrets his action. Okay, dia dah belagak and then he talk big and then he talks big and then he regrets his action. Okay, because he thinks that Marian is a nice girl. But why did he lie? Just to make him look good? Okay, because some guys, they think if you are rich, okay, if you realize lah, some guys, if they told you, okay, aku kaya, I am rich, they think that the girls will like him automatically, right? Usually that's not the case. All right, the last one. Who wants to be Cici? Cici is Marian's sister. And then there is Mary. Mary is just one line only actually. I can be Mary. Okay, who wants to be Marian? Who wants to be Cici? Come on, we are at the ending of the story. Anyone? Vishnu, you want to try? Vishnu, are you there? Who else? Faika, are you here? I realized that Abigail is skip left and join the meeting. It's okay, Abigail. Must be your internet connection. Okay. Another two, the last two. Come on. Can I have Umaira? Vishnu is not answering me. Umaira, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Umaira, you can be Cici. Faika, she didn't answer me. Fatin Azira, are you there? She's not there. Aina, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Aina, you be Marian. Okay. Okay, now is the last scene in Marian's bedroom. She is with her sister Cici. Both girls are sitting on the bed talking excitedly. Okay, so now she went home. Dia dah balik rumah. Alright, Cici start.
It's been 2 hours since you ran out that old coat and hat. Mother has been very worried. She sent Lois in the car to find you. You are a bad girl.
Marie comes into the room.
There you are, Mary. Tell Mother that Miss Marion is home again.
Yes, Miss. Okay. Marian?
I only ran down to my dressmaker to tell her to use blue on my new dress instead of red. Mary's old hat and coat were just what I needed.
You are crazy.
Everyone thought I was a shop girl. It was wonderful.
Dinner is finished. You are very late.
I know. I feel and hurt my foot.
Okay.
I could work, so I went to a restaurant and sat there until I was better.
She gets up from the bed and walks to the window. She looks down into the street below. Marian?
We're rich and mother and father will want us to marry
Okay. Your book is
somebody
different.
who is as rich as we are. But can I love a man that like that?
Who could you love?
I could love a man with kind blue eyes who doesn't try to flirt with every girl has see. But I could only love him if he has some important work to do in the world. Then it doesn't matter how poor he is.
You are crazy.
Perhaps, but sister Day, we only meet men who ride their horse and go dancing. I could love a man like that, even if his eyes are blue and he's kind to poor girl who meet him in the street.
All right, very good. So as you see, in the last scene, we see who is the real Marian. So Marian is not a poor girl. She is from the upper class. So she is very rich. So her sister Cici asked her, "Where have you been? You are late." Okay, so actually Marian is pretending to be a poor. She is pretending to be a poor girl by wearing her maid's hat and coat. Okay, she just do it on purpose so that people will think that she is just a shop girl. That's the same reason why Chandler is wearing like a rich people, because he wants to be seen as a rich man. But for Marian, she wears like a poor girl because she wants to be seen as a poor girl. Alright. It's actually dia menyamar lah being an imposter. So they are talking about marriage. Okay, they need to get married. Okay, so you imagine this scene. So they are talking about marriage and they need to get married. But Marian, she is very, very disappointed because she doesn't want to get married with men who doesn't work. Okay, who just ride horses and go dancing. I couldn't love a man like that, even if his eyes are blue and he's kind to poor girls who meet him in the street. So actually, who is she talking about here? Dia tengah cakap pasal siapa sebenarnya? At the last line tu. She is talking about the man that he just met, Chandler. Okay, because Chandler, he is very kind, his eyes are blue, he's kind to poor girls and even brought her to dinner. Okay, how many rich guy would bring a poor girl to dinner? Okay, not that many. So Marian think that Chandler is a very nice guy, but the only problem is Chandler is a rich guy. She doesn't want to marry a rich guy. She wants to marry with a guy who actually work. All right. Do you understand the story or not?
Yes.
Okay. So you see, it's a loss for Chandler because he is pretending to be someone else, but when Marian is actually love him for who he is. Okay. Alright, we go through some of the elements in the text. Okay, this is the synopsis. Okay, he is paid. Tower Chandler is an office worker. He is paid $18 every week. He will save $1 each week so that once every 10 weeks he can afford to eat at one of the best restaurants in New York. This is actually a very good quality of him. One evening, he runs into a girl named Marion in the street. Marion hurts her foot, so Chandler helps her and invites her to dine with him. Dine tu maksudnya have a dinner with him. During their meeting, Chandler lies, ditipu, to Marian and pretends to be a wealthy man who does not have to work for a living. Marian feels very disappointed. As Chandler watches her walk away, he thinks Marian is a wonderful girl and regrets not telling the truth to her. Then at the end, we see that Marian told about her experience to her sister Cici. Marian feels great that many people think she is a working class girl. It turns out that Marian comes from a rich family. She tells her sister that although she was born rich, she is looking for a man who works hard to earn his keep. She can never love a man who does not work for a living, although his eyes are blue and he is kind to poor girls just like Chandler. So she is actually has fallen in love with Chandler, but sadly Chandler is not the man that Chandler is not the man that she wants because Chandler is lying to her. Okay, so we usually have plot. Plot, we have exposition. Exposition is permulaan. You learn this in Malay language too, I think, in sastra. Okay, so the first one is you can see in scene 1, dressed in his finest clothes. I think you see this word finest just now. Finest clothes, finest restaurants. That means the thing is very, very good quality. When we say the thing is fine, finest, okay, it's the highest quality. That means it also is very expensive. Okay, and then Jeff White comes and asks him how he could have the money. So Chandler mentioned that he saved $1 every week so that he can have a luxurious dinner. Okay, makan malam yang mewah at a posh restaurant yang mahal in New York. Okay, and the rising action is peningkatan cerita tu. As Chandler is walking on the street, he runs into a girl. Okay, the girl looked like a working class girl and she has hurt her foot, so Chandler helps her to get up. Then Chandler invites a girl for dinner. Okay, I've read this, so I just go through this quickly. The climax, they have wonderful time, but when Marian inquires means she asks him about his occupation, Chandler pretends to be a wealthy man. So Marian is terribly disappointed with his response and she just went home. The following action, Marian reaches home, tells her sister about what happened and why she wears the old hat and coat. And then their parents are rich, so they would need to marry rich men. And last one, Marian reveals to her sister that she could only love a man who works for a living. All right, that's basically the summary of the story. Okay, themes. Themes is tema. Okay, what are the themes in the story? The first one, honesty. Chandler was not honest and he lied to Marian. He didn't tell the truth. He made up stories. Made up means he creates stories, reka cerita, and told her that he was a rich man. Okay, so I feel that Marian could have liked Chandler if he told the truth, but he didn't. Next theme is family relationships. Marian and her family were close. Her mother was worried when she was late coming back home. And Marian and Cici, they talk about important issues in their lives. All right, next one. Being satisfied with what you have. Chandler was not satisfied with what he had in life. So he would pretend to be a millionaire. Maksudnya dia tak suka dengan diri dia yang siapa yang sebenarnya. So he wants to be someone else. He wants to be like a millionaire. Okay, until to the point that he is willing to lie. Dia sanggup menipu because about his life because he was ashamed of himself. Alright, dia malu dengan diri sendiri. Alright, and last one, not status conscious. Status conscious, as I mentioned you just now, the working class and the upper class, all right? Some people, they really don't want to be friends with people from different class. She thinks that she rich, but she did not mind wearing an old coat and hat when she ran out on an errand. Errand means dia pergi buat sesuatu, buat tugasan. She said that she would love a man even if the man was poor. So Marian has a very kind heart. All right, now before I tell you the moral values, you tell me what did you learn from the story? Not just by reading. Come on, we are going to finish up this quickly. Anyone, what did you learn from this? One only, give me one answer. Come on, moral values is pengajaran.
Don't lie to people about your status.
Okay, very good. We shouldn't lie to people about who we are, right? Okay, we must be honest. All right, very good. We should be kind and helpful to other people. That means Chandler is very good. We should not be boastful. Okay, like Alia did just now. Um, the dialogue, right? Where Chandler is very boastful. And last one, we should always be honest about ourselves. Very good. This is the one that Alia mentioned. We must be honest. Chandler pretended to be someone else. He acted as a rich man, dia berlakon, to impress Marian. Okay, if he was honest, he would have the chance to be with Marian. Okay, kalau dia jujur, dia boleh bercinta dengan Marian. Okay, so you can see that Towers Chandler are thrifty. Okay, thrifty, that this is the one that I mentioned just now. Dia pandai simpan duit. Dia tak membazir. Okay, not wasteful. He doesn't earn much. His salary is small, but he saves some money every week. So are you a thrifty person? And Chandler is helpful and kind. Okay, he helps Marian. He takes Marian home. And he invited Marian for dinner. Very kind, eh? And last one, he is dishonest. Means that tak jujur, not honest. Because he doesn't tell Marian that he is an office worker. He pretends. Okay, pretends means berpura-pura to be a wealthy man. Wealthy means rich, who does not have to work for a living. Okay, next, Marian. Okay, Marian is a simple girl. She doesn't mind wearing her servant's clothes. Dia pakai pakaian maid dia. Servant is maid, eh? And then she goes on foot. On foot means berjalan kaki instead of going by car. And she is wealthy. She has servants. She has maids. And a car. Okay. Alright, these are the characters. Cici. She shares her experience excitedly with Cici. So Marian is very close with Cici, confides in Cici about her expectations of the kind of husband that she wants. Okay, these are the things that you don't usually talk with your parents, what kind of man you want as your husband. But because they are very close, Marian talked to her sister. And Jeff White is the office worker who live with Chandler, but he is spendthrift. Just now, Chandler is thrifty, means dia pandai simpan duit. But Jeff White, he is spendthrift. He spends all of his money and does not think of saving any. Dia tak simpan duit. Okay, every time he gets his salary, $18 per week, he would spend all the $18. He didn't save any money. Okay, do you have any questions about the story? It should be an easy story, right? Guys, you all okay?
Okay.
Very good. Okay, for the last part, just answer the quizzes here that I have done for you. This is my quiz. Sorry, I shouldn't be giving you the link. Oh my God. Okay, you go to this. Oh, wait. Don't click on that link, eh? You can do this. Wait. I should assign it. Okay, this one. Don't click on that link. That one is for me. Why did I paste it there? Okay. You can go to this. Right. And enter the join code there to play that quiz. Okay, I'll share with you. All right, this is the right link. Do not take the first one. That one is for me. The second one is for me. It's very short questions about the... can you do this on your own? Yes? Can you do this on your own? Class? There are very easy questions, but I need more names for attendance. There are no names here. Is there anyone here? Wait. Right. You all answer the quiz there, okay? Can you access the questions or not? Yes? No? Have you tried clicking on the link? Can I have some response? Class?
Yes, teacher, boleh.
Boleh Alright, you do it on your own, okay, after this? Okay, thank you everyone for joining my lesson today, our literature